Yo, Bugsy, it says here they got something called the Vegas Mob Tour.
Yeah, Bobby, ain't you heard? It's all about our old friends Sam Giancana, Meyer Lansky, Mo Dalis, and of course yours truly, Bugsy Siegel.
Are you kidding? A mob tour about us?
Yeah, they take you to where we used to hang out and to all the places where we used to do our crimes.
You mean they expose all our secrets?
Yeah, but it's okay, because we ain't around anymore. So, let's face it, we can't get busted.
Hey, you think we could sneak on board and check this out?
Of course we can. Forget about it. They'll never even know we're there.
Hey guys, welcome back. It is Rednesday, Wednesday, June 30th. Rednesday today, and it's a great day to be alive. So I hope that you guys are all having a great time. Today is going to be about Operation GreyLord in Chicago. If you're like me and you've never heard of Operation GreyLord, this is going to be a great show for you to tune into. If you know all about Operation GreyLord and you're watching it live or you have a question about it, well, you're going to love this show. So everybody, welcome back. Mob Vlog. Hey, Red, how's it going today?
It's going pretty good. Nice and cool here. Rain left it off. We got cool.
Awesome. Hey, I want a quick shout out there to Southside Honky. Thank you very much for the super sticker, bud. That's really cool. We didn't even start the show. Thank you. Appreciate that. And hello to everybody else. Frank Ferrero, Philip Wright, Outfit Boss, Sean Pender, Joe Clark, Kate Guerrero, all of you guys, Evil Rev, David Grip, Christopher Maltasanti. See, I said that one right. Good. Anthony D. Martinez. Awesome. How you guys? Glad to have you guys with us. I hope you're having a great day. Red, how's your day?
Somebody from the UK. So
we even have somebody from the UK. Awesome. So this is Philip Wright. I'm sorry. I just glanced at the comments. I shouldn't have. Philip, you're sick. He said, I've been watching nothing but porn since Mob Vlog. With this heat, I passed out twice from dehydration. I'm sorry. I had to read that one out loud, okay? I've never heard anybody say that before, but Jesus, slow down, man. I know it's yours and you can wash it as fast as you want, but come on, buddy. Well, today I wish I was saying that I was having a nice cup of Joe, but there's no Joe in here because I'm having to drink this crap right here. It's called Vanilla Barium, and it tastes like
vanilla flavored.
barium. Yes, sulfate. Sorry. It's good. They're gonna take a picture of my insides, and they need this to be in there for it to work. So I'm gonna have to leave a little early today. So let's get right into it. Red. Operation GreyLord. Yeah, Operation GreyLord.
So many operations. There was Safe Bet, GreyLord, Family Secrets. There was I don't know how many that came up. So,
and everybody too. I just want you to know in the link in the description there is a link, and it's at decades.com. They did a nice little article behind the scenes of what Operation GreyLord is and was. And so I visited their site. You guys can go check it out. But there's some photos saying what was it, explaining it all, saying, it was a wide reach all around Chicagoland. They had to set up different areas, and it was a big sting operation, I guess. And there were a lot of major people involved in this. So these pictures are available on that website. If you guys want to follow along, like I say, go in the description, click, and you guys will be able to follow along with these pictures. So go ahead, Red, and tell me what was Operation GreyLord.
Operation GreyLord had been in the making for many years. They just couldn't find anybody to talk. But basically, it was a strike force attorney's attempt and success at arresting, cutting off the head of the snake that fixed every case in Chicago, downstate, all the way to Washington, D.C. They bought senators, they bought congressmen, they bought anybody that was with the Democratic Committee in Chicago. And that was his Pasquale, what's his name? Fred Brody. Trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name right now. But he was secretary of the First Ward. And the First Ward in Chicago had the power ever since Al Capone. It went way back a long ways. And these people were meeting with mobsters. He was a Meg guy. Pat Marcy. That's who I was talking about, Pat Marcy. His real name was Pasquale something. But what he did was fix everything, going all the way back. I mean, it went back so far, and they knew it, but they couldn't prove it. And so they put together this investigation, which came out of D.C. It was approved by D.C., but it went to the Northern District of Illinois, where the head of the snake was, Pat Marcy. But he was actually buying mob figure. I mean, he'd sit down with the bosses and make deals. He was a made guy himself in the outfit. So he used to sit down and actually talk to bosses. I mean, he talked to Accardo. He talked to everybody. There wasn't anybody that he didn't talk to. Paul Ricca, going all the way back. This guy was fixing things from day one. He was more powerful than the mayor himself, who appointed him as Mayor Daley, who died in 1977. He appointed him as, or maybe he didn't appoint him, but somebody did. He was the chairman of the Democratic Committee at the time. And he appointed him as secretary to the Democratic Committee. So it was going all the way back. And the real thing, it was named after the GreyLord itself. The name comes from, they sat down, they figured out that because there were judges involved, mostly judges, that's what bothered them, because they fixed judges through attorneys. But it came from the gray wigs that magistrates or people in England used to wear years ago, many years ago. And that brings back the authenticity. Right. That it was going on like forever. That's why it came into play that way.
So it says on this that I'm reading here, a total of 93 people were indicted, including 17 judges, 48 lawyers, 10 deputy sheriffs, 8 policemen, 8 court officials, and state legislator James DeLeo. DeLeo. So I say DeLeo. Okay. Of the
DeLeo and DeVarco used to be partners.
Of the 17 indicted judges, 15 were convicted.
And the rest died. One committed suicide, Judge Wilson, who when he heard the indictment come out about Harry Ailman, he just went out because he tried his first case on a bench trial, and he went out in the backyard and just put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger.
I remember hearing about that before. When we did one on Harry Ailman. I think it was Frankie Forliano told that story about the judge killing himself. That's where I heard that before, right?
Well, that wasn't the only case he fixed, but that was the worst one. Yeah.
Judge Richard Lefevre. Richard Lefevre. He got 12 years for accepting bribes, and Judge John Murphy on the right got 10 years for accepting bribes. So this was what all the way through the system. I remember hearing my uncle would tell me, back in the day, if you got pulled over or you got a ticket, you got a DUI, you got whatever. It was just a matter of who do you have to pay the money to, and then it was just went away. Went away.
Traffic court was terrible. You went into traffic court. If you knew somebody, the case was fixed, and if you didn't know somebody, there were lawyers down there that said, I'll take care of this for you. It's going to cost you X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
I used Mel Cantor at the time.
Unbelievable.
And J.J. O'Donnell. A lot of cases, if people were arrested, like when Joey Lombardo was arrested in 1980, he was running from Jimmy Kozlo's place. They had something going on there, gambling, and the spot that I talk about. But what happened was the same thing as normal. When it got assigned to court, they waived the right to a jury trial and immediately went to a bench trial, which was J.J. O'Donnell on LaSalle Street. They'd walk in there and J.J. would just say, "Officers, you're wrong," and throw the case out. But it was all bought and paid for. I used J.J. myself, so I know.
Okay. So during this Operation GreyLord, they to get these corrupt judges that were on the take, right, all over the city of Chicago. The FBI
all over the
staged.
state of Illinois. It was everywhere. It went all the way down to Bloomington.
Wow. So they staged fake crimes around the city, correct?
Right.
And they would have to, the criminals, right, who were, I guess, they were actors, right, for the to commit the crime so that they could
were in trouble, or maybe they worked undercover for the IBI.
That's it. They worked undercover. They were undercover.
They might have worked for the IBI, Illinois Bureau of Investigation, or something like that. But they use those kind of people to do it.
It said that it says that the criminals, the arresting officers, and the lawyers were all in on the sting. They had to make the crimes occur in certain areas. They would guarantee that the case would go to a certain court where we could get it assigned to a certain judge.
That's where Devine came in. Judge Devine, he decided which courtroom it would go to.
Ah, okay. And that's Devine, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So he would decide which it would go to. He himself, Devine, was indicted and was sentenced to 15 years in prison for accepting bribes.
He got the most time than anybody else.
So he got more time than all of the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one here transcript between Judge Olson, which was one that got
Olson was a favorite too.
yeah, and an attorney, Bruce Roth, and Roth says, "Could you remember? I'd appreciate it. Oh, I'll remember because it's interesting to me. You got it. You got me. I think I'll be back on Wednesday anyway. I love you people. I love people that take dough because I know exactly where you stand." Well, sure, that's the way to do business. I mean, this is a transcript between these guys.
It was business. It was
all
business.
right. See you later, Judge. Okay, pal. Take good care. See, I mean, come on.
It's the way it was.
It's
That's
crazy.
all gone now. That's all gone now. But had it not been for Bob Cooley being in trouble with the IRS, because Tom Moriarty, CID IRS, had told me that they were getting ready to seize everything he owned, really clean him out really good. And he came into the office of the U.S. Attorney and said, "I can give you this, I can give you that." And he wore a wire on Marcy, Pat Marcy himself. He wore a wire on a lot of people. They used to meet at Counselor's Row. They actually had a bug in Counselor's Row. It was a restaurant that was right around the corner from the Dirksen building. But when he did that, he also owed the Bob money. He owed bookmakers money. He owed everybody money. He was on juice. So his way out was go to the government. It was a win-win situation for him. He didn't have to go to jail, and he didn't have to pay his debts.
Yeah.
And he went into witness protection.
Wow. What year? Good question. What year was GreyLord? When did this take place?
GreyLord really started when the trial took place was in '89, but it really started way back in the late '70s. I mean, they were working on it for years, trying to get a break. Cooley gave him their real break, and then he worked in a federal agent. He worked in these other people that we were just talking about, or you were just talking about. He worked them in. He said, "Oh yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine." He vouched for him. He turned on everybody.
All right. So, and I know somebody's going to point this out because I'm reading it right off of this website, but it says Operation GreyLord was named after a racehorse.
No.
No?
It was not. No.
Okay.
It was named after the magistrates in England that wore wigs that were gray.
That makes sense. No, it totally makes sense to me. I'm saying what was written on this website because I just told everybody this link, and they're going to go and look at this.
They wore gray robes. They didn't wear
black.
They didn't wear black like we do.
Huh.
This is some time ago.
It was a while back. Okay.
Oh yeah, way back.
So the question, as far as what years it took place, it was being planned back in the 70s, but when these criminals and the arresting officers all did these crimes in Chicago, it says between 81 and 85 is when they actually ran the sting, right?
I would imagine. I heard about it in the 70s and late 70s. But they were trying to, a lot of people flipped. You see the amount of people that were indicted? A lot of people went in, and when they talked to them, they just flipped. They pleaded guilty to a charge and gave some information up. And they got light sentences. They got practically nothing. Maybe they were convicted of felony. I knew one guy, police officer, that he went in for one donut. He was in hit and run. And for one donut that somebody gave him when they came in to talk to him about a hit and run accident, he got convicted of a felony and fined $1. That's the only way they could get him, was $1. And I couldn't believe it when the judge gave him that. I really couldn't.
Wow. Sean Pender, were all the aldermen in Chicago corrupt at one time, Red?
Every one of them. You had to be corrupt to be an alderman.
That was a prerequisite for the job.
It was like the outfit. They don't accept Boy Scouts.
It's a prerequisite. Are you corrupt? Yes, you could be an alderman, of course. Outfit boss. Any outfit members indicted other than Pat Marcy?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Lots. I'm trying to remember their names. I can't. It was so long ago.
But there were others besides.
Bosses, no. Outfit bosses, no. Underlings, yes.
Members, okay. Keith Helton, associate.
Actually, Bob Cooley was an associate. He used to go out to Vegas by you and drop $200,000 in a weekend.
Oh wow!
This guy rolled some big money. He owed he had so many bookmakers, and he didn't pay him. He just called in the bet.
Yeah.
And if he lost, he owed like hundreds of thousands of dollars to bookmakers. So they were going to kill him anyway. The best thing to do was just flip. Of course, Bob doesn't say that in his book. In his book, he makes it out like he did it out of the goodness of his heart.
Okay. So, got it.
I took issue with that because I did it out of the goodness of my heart. So,
got it. No, it makes sense.
I actually provided information in affidavits on several judges myself that led up to this case, but didn't come. There was so much. They had so many witnesses and everything else. I never surfaced in it at all.
Okay. TC said, interesting part is some of the defendants acquitted were going to be retired, but their new lawyers argued double jeopardy and staved off further trouble.
Yes, that's true. They argued it. They didn't always win, but they argued
it. John Apollo, did Little Caesar go down with GreyLord?
Yes, he did.
Okay. So he went down with the
Caesar
GreyLord.
DeVarco. They called him Caesar DeVarco.
Right. Not the Ken.
He pled guilty. Guilty.
Okay, it wasn't the Ken Ito hit that he got in trouble for.
No.
That was Gattuso and Campisi. Oh, different Caesar.
Yeah.
Got it.
Last name though.
Yeah. Bruce City too. I read Bob Cooley's book. Yeah, in his book, he depicts it as him doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
Yes, he does. He does. I read it too. I remember when Scott Cassidy called me up. They were doing Harry Ailman for the second time. And the 77 trial didn't, that was with Logan. He was a steward for the Teamsters Union. Mm-hmm. And that didn't, he murdered him. Ailman did. And he was acquitted. And that was kind of upset everybody. But Scott Cassidy called me and told me, he said, Ailman's getting out of jail. And he said, don't worry, we're going to try him a second time. And he still remains, as far as I know, the only person that's been tried twice for the same crime. And his lawyer claimed double jeopardy, but there was no double jeopardy because the trial was fixed.
Yes, I remember hearing that he was tried on double jeopardy, right? But it wasn't. If it was fraudulent, everything is null and void.
It wasn't a real trial. It was fixed.
Got it. Jim Yeager did Red meet Richard Caifano. He's a lawyer in Chicago. He's related to Marshall.
Yes, I even talk about him. Richard lived in Sandburg Village right behind me. And several times when Marshall was by me, there were police or something out in front. And Marshall said, let's go. And I got him out of there without the police, seeing him. Because whenever the police saw Marshall Caifano, that was it. But Richard lived right behind in Sandburg Village. So we went over there and we stayed at Richard's house or his condo, until things cooled off. And Richard was a pretty good lawyer. He was just a laid back guy. As a matter of fact, when Marshall went to prison in '79, he sent me a letter. And it must taste terrible, man. I told you it would.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You got me laughing because I had a friend one time and he said, I gave him some medicine. He said, it tastes like shit. And I said, I don't know. I don't know what shit tastes like. And he said, trust me, it tastes like shit.
Vanilla crap is what this is. All right. It's like putting lemon scents in the bathroom. It still smells like ass and lemon. You know what I mean? It's like come on. I'm sorry.
But I did know Richard Caifano. And like I said, when Marshall was in prison for the stock fraud, Westinghouse stock fraud, he wrote me a letter and said we could still do business through my nephew. Just give him the envelopes. Well, Joey caught wind of that and said, it's not going there. Joey Lombardo said, forget about him. Don't even think about him. So I never saw Richard after Marshall went to prison.
Okay. I hope that answers your question there, Jim. In your opinion, I guess, who was the most corrupt judge indicted in GreyLord?
I don't have it. They were all bad. I don't know. I guess Devine, because he assigned the cases. Mm-hmm. He's the Chief Justice, so he assigned cases to other people, right? Other judges, and said, okay, take care of this, you take care of that. And a lot of money passed through his hands from one judge. It came from somebody else, sometimes the mob, but the outfit. But it came through his hands sometimes to another judge. He actually passed it on to another judge.
Wow. Okay. Well, it makes sense if he was the top guy. He's the one who got the most time too, you said. So Anthony DiMartini, how are you doing today? It's good to see you guys. If you haven't checked out Anthony's channel, check it out. He has a really cool channel.
Great. Anthony, God bless you, guy.
This guy's working on his channel quite a bit. Dazzling Urbanite. Yeah, I agree. Cooley did the book out of the kindness of his heart. I'm going to have to read the book, I guess. Hello to Romania. It's good to see you in the house. Hey, guys, hit the like button. Smash the like button. Please. Someday when there's a mob blog movie TV show, 100,000 people will say they were here from the start, like Woodstock. That's cool, Philip. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh, and, everyone, we are opening another website. It will be very soon. We're reskinning a site and we're changing it around, and we have some really cool merch that's going to be available on the site. So stay tuned for that. And quickly, before we get back into this for a few more minutes anyway, the pizza box is almost finished. Hey. And I know we have some pre-sales, and I know that we're almost ready to get this thing completely finished. And I'll tell you, did a mob tour this morning with some people. It was fantastic. I had a good time. They were interested in it being finished as well. So check this out for a minute and we'll get back to GreyLord. I'm really excited to get this video finished because it's really cool. A lot of unseen, footage with Frank. It was our first interview that we did, and we
That's
shot.
gotta
So
be good, man.
it's really good. But anyway, it's almost
can't
finished. It's almost done. And Bobby Adams, great podcast. Guys could listen to you all day. Was Spilatro feared by other outfit guys?
Yes, he was. He was the kind of person, from what I understand, from talking to other people after his death, he was the kind of person that he could take care of business. He could go out and do it himself. He was the go-to guy, just like Lombardo. Lombardo was the go-to guy. He could, he didn't have to send somebody out to do it. He could do it himself, but he did have other people with him. He had a lot of other people with him. When he went out to Vegas, he had Joey Hansen and Paul Shiro. I think I mentioned that before. They were in Arizona.
Yes, you did. Kissy Cat, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Kissy Cat.
Good to see you. And Anthony, God bless you too, man. Have an amazing day today, guys.
God bless you.
Yeah, I'm watching the time here, and I'm not having coffee today. I'm drinking this crap over here because
oh no, it's not going to be bad today. I'm drinking this crap.
Oh, so I'm drinking this crap because I got to go get a CT scan done because I was throwing around 90-pound bags of concrete like I'm 25 years old, and that didn't work out for me. So I got a double hernia, and now I get to go get a CT scan so I can go for a surgery because, that's what I was looking forward to doing this summer. But hey, things happen, and that's how it goes. A couple more. David Grimp. I worked at the detail shop in Elmwood Park, and the state legislator James DeLeo. How come I can't get that name right? DeLeo. Why do they put an E and just make it DeLeo?
He was a state senator.
He would come in to get his car washed. He was a big tipper. That James DeLeo. Oh
DeLeo.
Oh my God, DeLeo. I said it wrong again. DeLeo. Okay. Any update on Red's second book, Gary Mushinsky?
I wish there was. I'd like to get it out there. I really would. I'm having problems with it. The guy that's actually proofing the cover hasn't got it in the mail to me. It went to the wrong address once. We've had problems. He sent it again. It's been going on and going on. It's driving me nuts because it's ready to be uploaded. It really is. And printed.
Awesome. Yeah, Philip, it's the butcher right here. That's right. Anyway, hey, Cody Conrad, it's Rednesday already. Well, let's light up a Parliament cigarette and talk about Grand Avenue. Yeah, why not, right? Cody?
That's where Billy Logan was killed, by the way, was by Ailman, was right in the old neighborhood. He was murdered right there.
Wow. What's your favorite scotch, Red? Terrence Carlino wants to know.
Royal Salute.
Royal Salute. There you have it.
21-year-old Scotch by Chevis. Royal Salute.
Awesome.
It comes in a decanter. That's all I drink.
I love you guys too. Thanks for watching. Dave Grimp's nice to have you in the house. And Eric Epstein, his office is opening again. He unfortunately can't have phones on his desk, so he's not sure if he can tune in 2 p.m. every Wednesday. I'm gonna miss staring at Adam's throat. This is Epstein. You got to remember, this is Eric Epstein. Eric's into the bras, the panties, and now the throat.
Oh, now it's your throat. He's obsessed with your body parts.
He is. I don't know what the deal is, but thanks, Eric.
And clothing. I think he made a comment about your T-shirt contest.
Yeah.
What T-shirt contest or something like that?
I think so. Last question, James Roberts. What was the most violent thing that you ever saw in your life?
I don't want to talk about it. It wasn't in Chicago. I don't want to talk about it. It was in Vietnam.
Yeah,
was
you're
in
in, yeah, James. That's right. Right. That's yeah. That's
That's off limits, guy. I don't talk about that.
Off limits. If you guys want to hear him talk about Vietnam, he did one interview. It was our first interview, and it's because it was in his book. He wrote about it, and I asked him about it, and he went into some slight detail, but I don't blame you, Red. Anyhow, God bless you, Red. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go run and put iodine in my veins so I can feel warm like I have to pee. Mickey Griggs, thanks for watching. Guys, hit that like button. Hit the like button on your way out of here, guys. We're cutting today short. Have a great day. Oh, but whoa, wait. Before you go anywhere and before you change the channel, by the way, before we get out of here, I'm wrapping this up really quickly. Last week, we voted on what we were going to do this week, and it was going to be Chop Shop Wars, or it was going to be Chop Shop Wars or GreyLord. So, and we said one for push, one for Operation GreyLord, 2 for Chop Shop. I couldn't remember. I was so busy this week, and last night I went back to watch to see what it was. Well, when at the end of the video I started watching the comments, and I called somebody out. I called them out. They're not in here today. I haven't seen their name anyway. I called them out and said, hey, you voted more than once. You voted like 4 times. Okay. Well, this other person voted for Operation GreyLord. You ready for this? 12 times. Okay. It's like they're a Democrat or something. 12 times they voted. All right. I'm serious.
Like entering the sweepstakes. Yeah.
So,
family, that family sweepstakes thing.
Anyway,
as many times as you want.
Chop Shop Wars actually won. Okay, I counted them up and I got rid of the extra votes. Chop Shop Wars won. So next week, Red, it's Chop Shop Wars.
Okay.
And you guys got it. It's Chop Shop Wars next week, and we'll get a thumbnail up.
I know a lot of people involved in that, so that should be really interesting.
We're going to get a thumbnail up there right away so you guys can, click the notifications on it. And hopefully by tomorrow, it'll be out. Yes, that's right, Anthony. Vote early and often. That's what they did.
I love your humor, Anthony.
I know. Nothing better than a good cleaning. Cindy, good to see you. It's good to see you. All right, guys. Have a great day. I'm going to go get something taken care of here. And Red, I will see you next Rednesday and talk to you later.
Okay, Adam, I hope to see you too. And the rest of these fine folks that stop by.
Adios.